Welcome back to Pagan Crafting. Today we're going to be making some witch's salt. We're going to be making some love salt in particular, and I think today you would definitely enjoy this because this is going to be for self-love, love spells, you name it, anything that involves love. This would be something great for you to add to. Stay tuned and let's have some fun. Welcome back to Pagan Crafting. Today's supplies, what we're going to be using, I have a glass bottle here that I found at a vintage store. Even has a stopper on it. I love it, just old and beautiful. Thought it'd be great to use. A red ribbon. Now I have some rose petals here that I've written. One of them I just have some symbols on for love, for marriage. I have another symbol for love. And I have a sigil that I've made that also for love, that love to come to you. I have some charms here and some embellishments that I'm going to add to the bottle later on. Some of them just say love and have a heart on it. I always like to use a Celtic charm, and I have a little love charm. I have some jump rings and a larger ring, as well as some chain. Cinnamon, hibiscus, rose petals, rose salt, or Himalayan salt is fine too, a pestle and a mortar. Now with all these items, we're going to be combining them, starting off with my pestle and mortar. Now I have the cinnamon sticks here, but I'm going to be using cinnamon powder because it's just going to be beyond too epic to break down cinnamon bark right now. So I'm going to use some cinnamon powder. Starting off with some sun-dried hibiscus flowers. Oh, it's so good in tea even. I love it. I'm just going to pour a few petals in at first. You don't need very much. They're actually brilliant to make paint with. Beautiful coloration for tea. They are very, very, very vibrant dye, if you will. So I'm going to use a pestle and mortar to break it down. It does take a while to turn it back into powder, or turn it into powder. So I'm going to use the magic of YouTube land and turn it into something a little bit easier to work with, I think. So, magic of YouTube land has helped me out here. I have gone through the trouble of not filming my entire breakdown of grinding it down for you. But it does take a while. You could also use like a little coffee bean buster, a grinder, things like that would work out just fantastic as well. But I'm a little bit old school, and some things I like to just take my time with. Now I have some beautiful rose petals that I've saved. And I'm going to be adding those to the concoction as well. Rose petals, lovely. Those ones take a long time to dry. And I'm going to be adding my pagan symbol for a marriage. A sigil I've created for love. and just a simple heart for love itself. Now this itself you can grind up, but I would suggest go right to the coffee bean grinder for this one. Something to bring down your herbs is going to be a lot less epic, because this took quite a while. And again, to the magic of YouTube, it took a while. I'm like bringing in some tea here, my friend. So I thought while I'm raking this down, I'm going to grab some hibiscus tea. It is sweet and beautiful, and I love the color. I will add it to green tea. Green tea is such a beautiful carrier for tea. I put hibiscus or peppermint tea in there quite a bit. I put rose hips in with my green tea, but I definitely enjoy the rose hips. Magic of YouTube land, ta-da! Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I used a coffee bean grinder for this one. I couldn't do it without. Oh my gosh. Because it just wouldn't break down. So you might want to use a coffee bean grinder. All right, next ingredient. Rose salt. You could also use Himalayan salt. I like a thicker salt, a heavier salt. I don't like a Himalayan salt that is broken down into smaller granules. I do like the more coarser grain. I like something that you'd be able to spoon up a little bit easier and play with. We're gonna add some cinnamon first. Cinnamon is fantastic for speeding up, empowering, in making all the other elements that it touches powered up around us. It's kind of like a clear quartz crystal. It empowers up the other stones around it. I love using cinnamon in my spells. We have the hibiscus flower and now the rose petals. Oh, look at the color. You know the salt is going to be just fabulous. Taking a very small spoon, throwing down your intention into it first, as you see here. And as I'm slowly mixing it with each turn of the spoon, I am throwing intention of love. With so much love, self-love, beautiful love, soulmate love, twin flame love, family love, mother love, father love, all the love I can possibly throw down into this mixture. As I'm thinking about it too, I think about things that create love in my heart. When I think of my daughter, my heart grows. When I think of my dog, gosh, I love my dog more than life itself. I love my daughter. I love my daughter too. But I really, really, really love my dog. And when I think of her, I have this different essence and energy about me. So sometimes when I'm putting in love spells for people, I will think about people or things or animals that make me feel love, that bring that change into my aura, if you will. So as my aura is changing, I have love, I have pink, I have greens, I have energy pouring down into the salt. Mixing it all slowly, bringing in that intention is what you need to do. I love that you can see the darkness of the hibiscus and the brilliance of the rose petals in this. It's just a beautiful, beautiful mixture. Now think of all the things that you could use love salt in, not only for love spells to get that man, to get that woman, to get that partner, but I would use it for self-love. I would use it for not only love spells, but for happiness spells, friendship spells, family spells, fertility spells, anything you need to help empower up a spell of just love itself. Like, don't just think of love spells to get that partner. I'm talking goodness all around, my love. I'm absolutely in love with this bottle. I think it was just an absolute find at the thrift store. Not sure what it was originally intended for, but it is now been repurposed into something absolutely cool. Now I hope I have enough room in this bottle for all this salt, I swear. Oh, it looks so beautiful. I'm totally enjoying making this, and I know you will too. Look at all the residue of the hibiscus and rose petals. It is so beautiful. I see on Etsy, I was looking up different salts on Etsy before I did this video for ideas, and a lot of people are dyeing salts. They're offering violet salt, green salt, yellow salt, black salt, but they're all dyed. And I'm like, no, you have to use herbs, you have to use flowers. Natural dyes to dye the salt. Now, would you look at that? I had the perfect amount of salt to fill this bottle. Wasn't that not just meant to be? Oh, I am so pleased with the outcome of this salt. I can't wait. Now, please stay tuned because I would love to show you some embellishments I'm going to be putting on this bottle. I'm also going to be selling some of this Rose Love Salt on my Etsy store. So if you would like to have a 10% off coupon, stay tuned to the end of this video, and tell you what, I'll throw down a little coupon code in the description down below. You can find a link to my Etsy store directly to receiving any different salts I have to offer. I have black salt, I have love salt, I have white salt, as well as soon to be coming sun salt, happiness salt. No one has ever seen sun salt. I have the only recipe, and I'm excited to be sharing that with you soon too. Now, rocking down some embellishments here. Now, the end of this little heart shaped was quite big, so I had to put a bit of a bead at the bottom. I'm including a little bit of a wire here, made a little loop, and I'm going to be adding a few embellishments here onto the chain. I wrapped the chain around the bottle of the neck. And there's my first embellishment. Now I have a couple more that I'd like to add. I have a little heart shape, I have a little bit of a Celtic shape, and I have the love token one. I thought that just would look so sharp with it. I also added my red ribbon, a little bow at the top, and I think later I'm going to add some wax stamp steel melt to it, but I haven't decided yet. So this is a love salt that I'm using, and I would like to make a little bit extra with this. So here's some rose hips that I'll be adding, some cinnamon I'll be adding as well, and I have some rose quartz crystals. Here I've written my intentions, made a sigil for the love that I would like to enter into my life. I'm going to put it underneath the bowl. Now you could anoint your candle, write a sigil, write the love sigil on the candle, anoint it with oil or a moon water, and then you can burn the candle fully. Now here, because I'm using the love salt, I'm going to throw down my intention with Reiki here first, putting out to the universe what I would like into my life, what I need into my life. Now I'm going to add some of the love salt around the base. A little bit of candle magic near the end of this video, if you will. Going to add some rose hips. You can also add rose hips into your love salt too, but I really wanted the love salt to be vibrant. And inside rose hips are actually quite white and quite dull, so I didn't want to add those colors into the salt. But rose hips are fantastic too, or just the shells of rose hips. Adding cinnamon and rose quartz. Now I'm going to burn down the candle all the way to the end, adding my intention, my desire, my spiritual need for this love, and my set it off into the universe now. So mote it be. So I'm going to let this candle wax completely drip down over the items. I'm going to let the candle completely burn down to the end. Then I will save all the ingredients into a little pouch because all those ingredients are now charged up. I will put the paper into the little bag with all the charged up ingredients, and I will save that for a later date when I need to invoke more love, more magic, more ingredients, to have a stronger, if you will, have a stronger, powerful layup. Well, I want to thank you so very much for chilling out with me. And as always, it is an absolute pleasure. Throw me down a little like up, subscribe, ring that bell, let me know that you're there. Enjoy that coupon code, and again, the description down below is where you can find this magic love salt made just for you.